Forsaken, abandoned to the dark, what choice but to follow the flame?
Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 5 of our Drazhoath the Ashen Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we have to recover from the vermintide that smashed into the Sentinels and took out our main mining hub there, destroying our strip mine as well as our marble. It was a tier 3 settlement. We are going to be recovering from that as well as turning around and doing some damage to our neighbors. We have a bit of a quest to start a war with the Overlords of Zarduk, so I think we're going to do that sooner rather than later. It looks like they are still recovering from their war with the rats themselves. So if we can move on over here and crush the Tower of Gorgoth and claim these other two cities really quickly, that will give us a very strong base here to set out and fight against Imric and the other dwarves that are going to start encroaching on our territory pretty soon. Looks like Thorgrim's moved on over. All we have in between us and him is the Crooked Moon fellows. So hopefully they can start off a war and do not come on through and face us. The Dawi hate the DAWI-ZHARR more than just about anything.
But I make no oath for the surety of your life.
Yeah. Now, we basically don't even exist, and the fact that we do exist is an affront to them. So what we'll do is swing on into our technology. We are going to go through live to work, work to live. This will keep our outposts flowing a little bit quicker. It's going to drop our overall raw materials by quite a bit, but we're going to go all the way up to extended shifts because we have the marble and not any obsidian nearby that I see, but we have lots of marble resources nearby. I'd like to be able to get our construction done as fast as we can. We do have to do lots of rebuilding, sadly. Yeah, indeed, good sir. We also, though, luckily have access to his unique skill line now, so we're going to go for towering heights, giving us extra research rate and dropping construction time for all buildings in the province. We'll go for... Oh, so sad. Man, I'm still irritated we lost our Kadai, but we'll get them back. Greed of Asgore for more income from cities and raw material output, and then we'll go for Ashen, giving him a bit more health and some barriers. Since we don't actually have any of these soldiers except for those fire glaives there, they could actually benefit. So only one unit benefiting is not enough for me to warrant grabbing that skill just yet.
Ease up, crew.
Gorgoth, I think I want you to have the final point into shoot him. 20% more missile strength and 50% more ammunition sounds incredible. Now we can start working on his more passive abilities. 20 missile strength. It's nothing to sniff at, but it's not amazing either. We will go ahead and keep everything going on as is in this settlement. Kevin is recruiting up. What we're going to do is throw in one of the Hobgoblin buildings. As soon as Mount Greyhag is finished, it's going to get a Hobgoblin recruitment building, and we'll get Kevin, who has somehow returned using powers that some may consider unnatural. He's back, though. If he dies again, Kevin will be removed from the campaign, but we shall see if we can keep him going. He got slain by Rictus in a bit of an unfortunate battle. I'd like to see if we can keep him going. I don't want to move this labor into Howling Waste, just so we have some extra. But at the same time, that would hurt our control even further there, so I'm not gonna. Bounce out the commandment in the Howling Waste once more. Ooh, construction cost decrease wouldn't be bad. Help us get the Sentinels back up and running. That's what we'll do. With Drazhoath's decrease as well, that'll be very nice. Alright, we'll swing on in and take a quick look at our diplomacy before we end the turn. Services of the Conclave are going up, just because of treaties. It makes sense. Zarduk is not. Oh, how interesting. Kugath doesn't like me very much because of strategic threat, but he would like a deal. You know what? We will. I don't want a military access treaty with you, but I'll take some gold from you and grab a non-aggression pact. Indeed. Working side by side with our Chaos brothers. The second you try anything goofy, we'll see how well Plague Bearers work in the mines. Probably not all that great. Alright, we'll swing on up to Drazhoath there and end the turn. Alright, Corporal is going to just charge on in and take the fall. Good for you, buddy. He killed none, and actually he may get a chance to fight again. Alright, we've won 8 battles total, so now he has the Graven Scepter. Ancient runes inscribed upon the Graven Scepter's iron shaft glow red with rage of Hashut. Sign that the Great Bull demands the Ashen One spread the torment of war throughout the land. I think I already read that, but once more. 5,000, we gain the Graven Scepter, which gives him a nice activated ability there. And some more Conclave influence. Now we have a mission for the Demon Spike Crucible. Kill 3,000 enemies in battle. The will of Hashut is at times clear, at times inscrutable. He sees into the souls of mortals and can distinguish the malign from the innocent. Though in his eyes, all are destined for the hellbound torment. Oh great. And now the Demon Spike Crucible, Drazhoath's favorite talisman, must be reforged and quenched with more innocent souls to renew its power. Yet Hashut does not reveal his judgment of those you cut down. Enemies must be killed in scores to eventually satisfy Father of Darkness. Gain ourselves a Crown of Command as well, which is not a bad item there. Slavery. We'll probably hand the Crown of Command over to Kevin. Give him a bit more useful items there. We're also going to bring Kevin up north and pass out the Demon Train, which is going to force to keep Drazhoath here. We can move over and slay Corpable here. Get rid of this rat. Smush, that should finish off his faction. We gain the technology Live to Work, Work to Live, which I thought we already had, but yeah, no, the event messages are kind of funky until you actually move, so that's fine. Cause the Bronze gain himself a skill point. Let's move on over. How far can this lad go in March? Pretty far. So let's bring Drazhoath to the edge of this territory here. Right on the position, and then we'll bring Kevin the Returned on up as well. Trade off those artillery pieces with Drazhoath. The Iron Demon and the Magma Cannon will find themselves a lovely new home. Come on, Kevin, hustle. There we go. We will pass off the Iron Demon and the Magma Cannon, which will put us 1 over our allotted. So we'll go ahead and hand off... not the Castellan. Let's hand off one of the Hobgoblins. Sweet. Kevin's now got himself Hobgoblins. Drazhoath can move a bit further, but we'll make sure we stay in our own territory for all that replenishment. Luktaz will give you the final point into... In Your Face gives you 100% more explosive missile damage. That's even better than missile strength, isn't it? Alright, blast protection, and move over into In Your Face. Or mobility, because passive abilities are king. We'll swing on in and give you, I think, the Crown of Command. Or perhaps just the Sword of Antiheroes. We need more ancillaries. We've gained ourselves the Navigator, which makes us immune to high seas and reef and storm attrition, which we'll just take for the time being. We're not really near any seas at the moment, but making sure we don't take any attrition is never a bad thing. Here in the Tower of Zar, I think we're going to go for the... really like to get this Industry District finished off, but I don't want anyone else to claim the Armor of Contempt. It's just a really strong ability. Extra income from settlements is also really incredible. That's 25% more. Let's go for the Legate of Zar, because I think this army ability is really, really useful, and then hopefully no one claims this one, but even if they do, that will finish off the Industry District and get us moving along. We have to complete 2 districts fully before the next tier unlocks, so it'll most likely be military and industry, even though I'd like the sorcery one to be done. Seems like the AI doesn't like it as much. Alright, well, another seat is ours over in the Sentinels. Oh, this is the wrong place, that's why. Mount Grey Hag needs its Hobgoblin camp. And then Kevin can come over here, scoot right over the border, recruit up a whole bunch of more soldiers, and get ready to go.
Indeed.
Ahoation, you're lucky you made it through. We would have brought you down for the gold. Over in Brookback Mountain. Probably not a bad idea to make sure it starts making us money. So we'll throw in the donation barrel for 250. 3,000 for the Fane Guardhouse. Honestly, probably not a bad idea. More income from the locked stores here also is something I'm interested in. The Black Fortress, none of these upgrades we can really go for except for the factory walls. Which is not a bad call, but it is still kind of out of every enemy's way. He could scoot up and around and attack, but we would most likely see him coming. Would we be able to react in time? That I don't know. We'll go ahead and upgrade the locked stores here and mount Silver Spear, going up to tier. The next tier is probably not a bad call. But upgrading the Thane Guardhouse at Crookback Mountain is also a good idea. Let's go for the extra defenses first. And defenses in Darkhold as well. Hellforge is looking nice. We will add in extra warriors very soon because I think we're definitely going to need them against all of the Dawi that are going to be coming out. Our Chaos Dwarf warriors, I think, perform a smidge better in battle than normal Dwarf warriors, but we will want to make sure we actually have some so they can actually sit out there and do the fighting. We'll move on in and end the turn. Alright, the Center Lords of Jinshin have fallen. Cathay is starting to consolidate a little bit more. So Harek finished his convoy then and got the Mirror Shield. This beautifully wrought shield will be most useful on the battlefield. Just don't stare too long into its highly burnished surface, lest you become too enamored of your own beard. Gives him some barrier hit points and some spell resistance. Pretty nice. New convoy contracts as well. We'll have Kevin move yourself on over. We need some hobgoblins. Yeah, we might as well move in March so we can get there a little quicker. Nils may give him the trait for moving in March. Tower of Gorgoth is probably very well defended. What's not? Amraduz the Heditaz. He's got several units of Dwarf Warriors. I think that's not going to be enough for you, though. We don't have as many Dwarf Warriors, but we have 2 artillery pieces. The Hobgoblin Archers, our own blunderbusses, and then, of course, Drazhoath himself. Let's move on in and keep them from actually upgrading the Tower of Gorgoth any further here. Before we declare war, though, let's see who they're at war with and see if we can't take some gold from them. So the Dripping Fangs up there. Are we also at war with the Dripping Fangs?
Ready.
Not yet. We could speak with Karak Azorn.
Onward.
Join their war against...
Spit out your words. So
that will probably make us angry with some of our nearby. How much money would you be willing to give me? Ooh, that's a lot. Yeah, we can be mercenaries for a moment.
All right.
This is going to make us probably some enemies in the... No, they don't care at all. Now that is a good deal. Infighting giving us even more treasure and some Chaos Dwarf conflict. Alright, Drazhoath. Bring them down. Cinderbreath be hungry. Gonna give us a Pyrrhic victory. Let's go ahead and give more leadership to Gordoz there. This is already a little bit lower than everyone else's, so drop it up to 84. He can pretty easily bring down the Castellan. You may want to take him off of his wolf, though. Because the Castellan has a bonus versus large melee strength. Wolf will let him move around and claim some points a little bit easier, though, so I think we'll keep them on what he's got. We'll definitely use the Iron Demon to huge effect. Take a quick look at the Tower of Gorgoth here. Start the battle off. Alright, so the same as we fought with Zatan, so it'll most likely be going through this side with its only 4 towers. Let's bring down these walls. Alright, let's get to the deployment. They've got a key building in here. There's a lot of opportunities for them to be attacking us with towers, but my goodness, the city looks awesome. Flames and the smokestacks all over the place. Statues to shoot. That's very well made. Now we're going to ruin it. Alright, let's bring the lads on over. Be really interesting if you could deploy troops up here on top. That'd be an ultimate fire down upon the enemy there. This is the best spot I have found to attack from, so we'll go ahead and set up the Iron Demon. The Magma Cannon. You want to put the Magma Cannon so it can actually fire up and on top of the walls. That looks good, so we'll put the War Machines in a group. You will be in guard mode only. So I have Drazhoath, who has barrier, which is going to make him incredibly tanky. We'll throw Gorgoth in the back with the Oglacon's Wolf Boys. There'll be a squad. Let's have the Sneaky Gits attacking up and over the walls there. We've got our 3 normal Hobgoblin Warriors, trying to take up the brunt of the tower attacks there, which is luckily still on the not explosive damage version, so we won't lose quite as many Hobgoblins as normal. Set them all up. I didn't see them having many units of Hobgoblin Archers themselves, so we should be able to tear those guys apart, the ones we see, and focus all our magic down on his actual Zar warriors. Hobgoblins all as one group here. We'll grab all of the Zar warriors. The Iron Glaives and the Blunderbusses. Everyone else still in up front. Alright, get this battle started. Make sure no one is deployed anywhere except for where they're supposed to be. Awesome. Get it going. Alright, Magma Cannon. Let's rip some shots into the Chaos Dwarf Warriors on... Oh, hang on. That was a lot of guys up front there. Drazhoath, move yourself up just a little bit. We'll allow the Castellan just to kind of get some free shots in. Keep firing. Allow the Sneaky Gits come up and over the walls. Deploy those ladders. Drazhoath, they're about to put in a tier 2 tower, so let's come over here and break that down as soon as it's actually in. And we'll move everyone else forward. Hobgoblins and the dwarves as well. Oh, hang on now. What are you guys doing? Just move slightly forward. There you go. That was concerning. Magma Cannon, keep ripping those shots. Looks like the rest of the army has deployed all the way over here. They've got themselves a little formation, too. How fancy. We're not afeared. Continue blasting away at those walls. We'll have the Iron Demon doing the same once it actually is able. Alright, starting to get shot at by those towers there, so let's bring these guys in and attack those gates. They don't want to attack the gates. Why not? Do it. You got no choice. We've told you to attack the gates. Alright, let's send the Fire Glaives up as well now. Magma Cannon still getting some really good shots on that group of Dwarf Warriors. Alright, Drazhoath, let's bring down this tower. Magma Cannon fire on this group here in the middle. As Ring's rapid firing some shots out. Why are they not attacking the walls as I asked them to? Interesting. Lots of AI pathing issues with this most recent update as we've seen. Bring them up so they can actually start firing on the walls there. Cutthroats, make sure you're up front. Drazhoath's bringing down that tower pretty quickly. The rest of the force is all the way back in the back. That's really strange. Okay, well, either way that building is destroyed, we'll send Drazhoath in. Smash this group of warriors here. Walls are being assaulted pretty aggressively here. Drazhoath's charging down in. Activate the Helm of Discord, make sure they're not doing any damage, and the Graven Scepter as well. We can drop down some Ash Storm on all of these lads. Can we make the AoE bigger? Not really, but it'll drop their fire defense, allowing our arrows to do plenty more damage. You guys move forward, start firing on this group. We are through those gates. I think it would be a good idea to have the Cutthroats move in. They're pretty quick. We'd have Drazhoath pull off the wall if he starts taking any actual damage, which he hasn't just yet. We drop this Vortex on the wall. Oh, we can. Sneaky Gits are on the wall themselves. Let's come on down and claim this position. Our Lord is under attack, but his barrier is still fine, so I'm not very concerned. Alright, Wolf Boys and Gorgoth, come on in. Gorgoth, let's come on and take this position. Wolf Boys, let's move forward so you can actually start throwing those things up on the wall, making some fools extra flammable. Drazhoath, come on off the walls for now. Magma Cannon, try to rip some shots in the center. Iron Demon, up and in. Our Castellan's also coming on inside, but like I don't really want him to. Alright, Drazhoath, let's come on over. Cutthroats are going to be a little bit in danger there. I'd like to get all 3 of these units with the Armor of Contempt. Castellan, you better move faster than that. If we can flashbang this guy here. Combination of Cinder Breath and... You got the Flash Bomb down, turn around and start firing. Extra Armor of Contempt for Drazhoath so we can deal with that enemy hero there. Let's send the Sneaky Gits into claim positions and just be a nuisance. Get up, Drazhoath. Give you the melee reflections when he attacks, he hits on you are going to go bounce right back off. Bring the best Gits back. Iron Demon, give you some more power so you can power through the Dawi warriors that are in your way. Gorgoth's in the middle of some nonsense. Iron Demon, let's turn around and start ripping some shots into those dwarf warriors. The enemy is moving on over very slowly because they are Chaos Dwarfs. We have plenty of opportunity to deal with this Castellan and anyone else that's in the way first. Some amazing shots. Just sit there. Don't move forward. You don't need to advance. Just keep slaughtering. We'll activate the Potion of Toughness, but he needs some health. Those warriors are chasing after our Sneaky Gits. Alright, we've done enough watching. Let's bring the rest of the lads on in. Fire glaives and shotguns will bring you to the top. Looks like the Castellan may have a chance to come on back, we'll turn, and then we'll blast some flaming breath at these Chaos Dwarf warriors. Or maybe not. Let's pull on away for a moment so we don't get blasted apart by the shotguns there. These dwarf warriors are pretty easily defeated. Right, turn around, start blasting some shots. You throw that flaming breath in that clumped up group of... So you have to be directly on top of them? Interesting. Why are you not using your ability? Alright, we'll drop down then, activate the Graven Scepter, just do some damage. Then the Sneaky Gits forward to stop those blunderbusses. DAWI-ZHARR warriors bring you inside. Gorgoth, let's come on back and attack these blunderbusses. Train of Death is having a hard time shooting. Move it in. Castellan keeps getting some pretty good shots. We'll bring you up here so you can actually attack the blunderbusses proper. Drazhoath's about to lose his barrier there, which is great to see. Alright, Train of Death. Start ripping some shots in. You guys pull yourselves away so you don't get shot up. Blunderbusses will sit here. Fire glaives can sit in this position. The Wolf Boys, let's keep harassing this group. We'll bring in our archers. We'll have 2 of the Hobgoblins coming up this way. You guys come on over and help out with this. Hobgoblin cutthroats. Bring them in. Activate the Dagger of Malice once more there. As many kills as you can. Go ahead and activate the Armor of Contempt, grabbing all of those units, almost. There it is. There we go. Bring the Castellan around. Oh, I thought I grabbed the Castellan. Instead, it's the Fire Glaives. Alright, Drazhoath, come on in from the top here and attack the Castellan. Everyone else is clumping up in the center group. Let's grab our Magma Cannon, which I hadn't realized had been moving in this whole time. We'll grab the Magma Cannon. Can you guys attack this gatehouse, please? That'd be wonderful. Our sneaky gates are moving forward more than they should. Bring the medic back. Blunderbusses. Step up. Gorgoth needs to pull out of this nonsense here. Give him some crooked dice so he can flee. Drazhoath easily dealt with the Castellan and the Dwarf Warriors. Just a slow grind through the city then. Aga Khan's getting some shots in where they can. Gore does charge in on this group here. You guys move on away so the blunderbusses can actually start firing, so pull through. There we go. Awesome proper damage. We can drop down the dark subjugation on these laborers so they turn and flee, but actually also get some damage in. Perfect. We'll bring Drazhoath through. Gotta keep routing off individual units, really. These Chaos Dwarf Warriors should pretty easily defeat my sneaky gits. We are weakening everyone for the long run here, so let's bring these Dwarf Warriors forward. Drazhoath, let's go over the top and attack these blunderbusses. Castellan's not getting any really good shots in, and Gorgoth needs some assistance here. We'll bring forward just the blunderbusses to about this position here to hold the line. Let's grab the fire glaives. Where they these guys at? One over here so you can actually shoot at more important targets from further back. Drop in the flash. Oh, that was the wrong one. Flashbang is what I meant to do. So here comes all of the warriors. Get the cutthroats in. All of our archers. Come on around. Aga Khan's wolf boys, bring yourselves in. Sneaky git, let's go around. Move yourself forward, bud. Alright, blunderbusses, let's not fire on friendlies at the moment. Drazhoath is easily beating down these blunderbusses. Go ahead and activate the Graven Scepter and the Helmet Discord just to make sure that goes a little bit easier. Dwarf Warriors, keep pushing forward. Problem with the blunderbusses is all of the extra damage they do, friendly targets. Bring them back. Don't let them run. Go ahead and drop in whatever you need to, throw some spells wherever. Interesting. So when I told you to cast this, I didn't mean go up in the air. You could have just cast it where you were. Let's land and deal with this group then. See if we can actually launch the magic missiles. Come on, Cinder Breath. There it is. Alright, let's pull on away now. They did keep us bogged down for a minute. That group is fleeing. Go up and around. We'll have you guys come on in. Blunderbuss is moving forward. How are things going on the other side here? Just an absolute smash fest. Get the cannons moved up. Love that you guys move forward and just started picking apart that group there. Let's give extra armor to all of these lads. They all need it. Gore does give him the crooked dice. Love to see the flintlocks going over the tops there. See plenty of kills. Savaging the ranks of the enemy Dawi. Demon Engine. Realize you have been doing absolutely nothing. Bring yourself forward. Looks like most of the DAWI-ZHARR warriors are fleeing for their lives. Come down here and break this group. Those are orc laborers. You start blasting away. We can chuck one of the artillery things over at them. Interesting. It seems like he's lost some range being on Cinder Breath. Ash Storm for all these lads, so they lose some speed. come on around so you can actually shoot through the warriors there that are in the way. Those guys are broken. Looks like the white flag should be going up even for their lord who has hidden the entire battle like a coward. Let's go chase him down. Either way, though, Tower of Gorgoth now belongs to Astrogoth. Chop. We'll end the battle. Alright, a decisive victory. We lost 408 in the siege, mostly going to our sneaky gits, who are holding the lads back while we captured what we needed to. The demon train could have been a little bit more involved in combat. We'll have to remember that for the future, but it still got a fair grip of kills. Drazhoath's barrier there was incredible. We could occupy this as a tower at tier 1. Since it's going to be tier 1 no matter what, we are going to sack this settlement. But do we have access to actually turning around and claiming it now? That we'll have to see. Would we have just enough movement? Sounds amazing. We shall now occupy this as a tower. And we unlock the Blazing Beards of Bazarak. Which are just some Chaos Dwarf warriors. Blazing Beards are exactly what occurs if just one of these specialist warriors was to drop his naphtha bomb rather than hurl it at the foe. They've all got Blazing Beards. Alright, then Drazhoath. Long Years of Exile would drop the Winds of Magic cost for Flames of Asgore and the upgraded version. We haven't gotten over to the Flames of Asgore just yet. Should probably start working our way. He has an incredibly short melee line here. Let's go for Tyrant first. Then we can start working down towards the Flames of Asgore. What else would we want here? An extra point into Dark Subjugation. What does the Overcast version of this do? This makes it last longer. Well, if it was an AoE, that'd be great. Curse of Hashut is a damage per second on single combatant. It was like a Spirit Leech. Spirit Leech wouldn't be bad. We'll give ourselves some extra tools there. We'll go for the Curse of Hashut. Work our way over towards the Flames of Asgore so we can make the Long Years of Exile worth it. Luktaz will give you your blast protection, then work towards In Your Face. Those will grab that last point into replenish troops and start working down the Fated line so we can give all of our Hobgoblins Vanguard. Vanguard and Stock, I saw that. Vanguard and Stock sounds amazing, yep. So for Harak the Drat Killer, our Convoy Overseer, we'll give him a single point into cargo capacity so we can drag even more with him, and then we'll give him better sail value. Perfect, so the Tower of Gorgoth has been destroyed, so we've got to rebuild it. Oh, that's annoying. We have to rebuild it with raw materials. I will remember that for the future. Had to make that decision once, though, before we knew. Probably not a bad idea to keep the bivouacs as is. Made a lot of excess gold from all of those missions being complete. Take Mount Greyhag up to tier 3. Or Silver Spear up to tier 2. Let's go for Mount Silver. Now we'll go for Mount Greyhag. Get another one up to tier 3. We need to get in some walls as soon as we can to keep it a little bit safer. We can destroy the Gates of Zar and the Demon Stump with haste here. We should be able to then quickly turn to eliminate Imric and or at least start building up for our fight with Imric.
You dare.
It's like nothing really to be made in the deal department, which is fair. Heaven is going to recruit himself up some more Hobgoblins, and we'll bring him back over to the Black Fortress to both defend and catch any of the foolish caravans while they're slipping. Go ahead and swing on in the turn. Alright, we gain ourselves another Convoy Enforcer here, so we gain even more casualties captured post-battle. Yes, please. Give that to Drazhoath right away. Convoy Enforcer. Mirror Shield would actually be way better, give him even more barrier hit points. Well, I don't mind if I do. 1,000 hit points should be. Yeah. Crown of Command is not good for him. We'll give that to Kevin. Enjoy. You'll probably be given the Ring of Thorns as soon as you were able. For the next turn, we charge directly over to the Gates of Zar. Zatan's starting position. He's going to hide outside to recruit. That looks like a weakness to me, buddy. We are going to give this one to the auto-resolve. That's going to be an easy win. Plus 269. Well done there, auto-resolve. Stabbing me in the back. We will sack the settlement. And then turn around and claim it as an outpost. Oh, we can't. Man. Running out of just enough mobility is the worst. Okay, well, we'll come on in and grab Fated then. Which just going to affect hero success chance. Which will be great for him when we start using him for that. Or if anyone tries to come on over and cause some problems.
Mino.
I want to spend any gold to... If either of you could actually... Steal technology, that'd be great, but not quite. We will need our profits for that. The Demon Smith Sorcerers, which we will need in different buildings. Love to see the surplus resources coming on in. This just isn't quite worth it. We generate the same amount of income, give us 100 more raw materials, and 10 more armaments. So we'll upgrade this when we can, but since it's not actually all that great, probably won't worry about it for now. Yep, we'll do some saving of the gold there. Kevin, I'm going to have you... Just have you stay right on the border there. Move back a little bit. Grab some hobgoblin archers. Read those guys, and we'll have the laborers be the front line. It's good to me. We can grab some more on global, but they cost 1,000, which I'm not really looking to spend that much. Not on hobgoblins. More upgraded tower roads would also be very nice. But I think we'll go ahead and wait. As soon as we have the gun turrets, I'm happy to start pulling out raw materials to other settlements. For now, we shall wait. Skip on through, avoid the Hellforge as well, and see what the Overlords of Zarduk try, since everyone seems to be keen on abandoning their settlements instead of sitting and defending them. Hidden Stash, Luktas the Bronze. Though, through our See It, Slay It, Sorted internal security campaign, it has become apparent that a radical malcontent within the ranks of the Infernal Guard has been squirreling away weapons for some nefarious purpose. Perhaps he seeks in vain, of course, to challenge the natural order. As you might expect, a fitting, agonizing, and public example has been made of the would-be traitor. But this has slowed down our recruitment plans somewhat. Oh, a true servant of Hashut would have nothing to fear. We could torture him and seize the stash, which would wound Luktas. Or we could give him leniency. I mean, if we wound Luktas, we gain a whole bunch of armaments. But then he would be wounded for a few turns. I think Drazhoath would definitely torture him. We gotta play the character. Even if it hurts us. Technology research. Since goblins and their ilk are notably weaker than their larger orcish cousins, it makes sense to assign heavy-duty work tasks to them, which in turn keeps the workplace incidents down. So you just give the... you give the orcs weak tasks because they're too big and scary. Luktas has been wounded. How long is it going to take for him to come back? Drazhoath, how mean were you to this guy? 5 turns. You were vicious. Well, I guess thank you for your stash then. Let's go up and deal with Karkadon. We can turn around and smush the Gates of Zar. Oh, don't you run too far away where I can't... Dude. Alright then, well... Karkadon the Obnoxious. We'll go ahead and give this one to the auto-resolve once more as well. Get rid of this fool here. We lost way more than we probably should have. We'll go ahead and transport those captives back. Gain the Demon Spike Crucible. Forged from meteoric iron and blighted gold, quenched in innocent blood and bound with slain hellbound souls. The Crucible is said to have been the handiwork of the ancient Chaos Dwarf sorcerer Asgore himself. Gives us the passive ability, extra spell mastery depending on every kill we've made. Targeting range plus 10% for Lord if I shoot spells. Or leadership. Spell resistance. Pretty amazing item there. That's hilarious. But not in the way that you'd expect. Alright, let's move forward.
Waddle.
Drazhoath has unfortunately been delayed a lot here in the north. Let's go for evasion. We'll start working on his actual infantry in a moment. Fervent fodder is definitely not what we're going to go for. Melee defense and leadership. Probably for sure the Black Shard Bulwark, as well as the firing drills. Crushing charge, hellish blows. Hellish blows will be awesome. We'll have to see how many skills we have that are rattling around once we're finished with the things we'd like. Luckily, he doesn't have the longest melee line, which makes things quite a bit easier for those skills there. Kevin, your army is looking actually fairly decent enough to defend the Black Fortress. Let's give you one more unit of archers. And by one, I mean as many as we can. And then one unit of sneaky gates, perhaps. Or just some more cutthroats. Hold the line down. Working pretty quickly towards that raw materials. All of our gold is going to be thrown at the Sentinels. I think we'll rush this construction so I can start on the next one already. 80 labor will be thrown at it. Fair enough. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me the quest was successful. We'll come on in and activate the Overseer's Tower as well. And then we already learned the hard way for not having an outpost or a garrison. Really do need the strip mine. Throw in the garrison just to be safe. I think I will rush the construction to keep it as safe as possible at least once. And then we'll spend another and let that start upgrading naturally. It's going to stop us from doing any kind of actual upgrading with gold. I think that'll be fine. How much are these tower roads? Oh, not bad at all. Throw in the tower roads and leave the ramparts there be for now. Oh, those volcanic deposits are very nice. Income and raw materials for only 250 workload. That's not bad at all. In the meantime, a donation barrel for more income would not be a bad idea, but getting the Tower of Gorgoth up to tier 3 quickly is also probably not a bad idea. Let's wait till the Black Fortress is tier 4, and then we can handle that, no problem. Into the Tower of Zar, where I do believe we shall be claiming the Excise Collector for more income. Finishing off the Industry District. We have all of the seats going in now. Love to see it. So now we have even more raw materials and armaments being outputted. Alright. Hellforge is looking quite spicy. I think we will go for more warriors. We can't quite recruit any of these other guys at the moment, so let's just get some more lads for the front line. This will unlock our melee infantry, the Rune of Frenzy, which would cost 8 to upkeep. That's not bad at all. We want to upgrade the warriors even further, so we have a couple more use of them. More blunderbusses also sounds very good. But I don't believe we actually have the building and actually recruit those guys. Yeah, the only recruitment building we have for now is actually the Ironworks, which we could change pretty quickly. It would cost some gold. We could throw in, it just has to have a tier 2 tower in order to actually build it. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. Skip on through. Get the Hellforge as well, just so we can kind of keep those armaments building up for if we need them. And we'll end the turn. Be the best. A recent clutch of reports regarding ill discipline in the lower ranks is cause for concern. Clearly, clods are being hired. This has to stop. Recruitment costs have risen accordingly, but new recruits begin 2 ranks higher. Alright, fair enough. Alright, Hellshard Amulet Battle. Call my legion. The Uzkular, the undead, roam the deltas of the River Ruin, no doubt due to the magical effluent being carried downstream and mixing with the countless bodies that litter the muddy and caustic river mouth where it meets the Sea of Storms. The Ashen usually pays no heed to such meager inconveniences. But recent attacks on his laborers are now posing a real threat to supply lines. A direct military response is now imperative, giving us 5,000 gold, the Hell Shard Amulet, which has some pretty awesome passive abilities there, and some more Conclave influence. We would be facing down the Vampire Counts, as well as a force of the Tomb Kings. Nagash, question mark? Perhaps. Maybe soon. We've got 2,000 treasury. We'll go ahead and send Drazhoath to claim the Gates of Zar finally. Sour Scowl. Oh, if we auto-resolve this, we lose our sneaky gates. You have to die the old-fashioned way, then. Alright, then. I foresee this battle going, all we need is a Drazhoath and Gorgoth here. We'll use them as follows. So Drazhoath and Gorgoth right up front. We'll have the Wolf Boys rolling with them, because they can imbue our enemy with a bit of flame weakness. Demon Engine and the Magma Cannon. Throw the Sneaky Gates in to defend the cannon on either side. Cutthroats as well. I don't see anyone coming out of the walls to fight us, but even if they do, we'll be ready for them. Archers on this side, I meant to do controlled down instead of to the right. Same thing with them. Fire glaive shotguns. Up front. We outrange everything they've got for us. That'll begin. Alright. Everyone is more or less in their groups now. We can send in the battle. DAWI-ZHARR warriors, let's keep you back so you're not taking damage from those towers. Drazhoath, let's go straight over the top. I'm gonna smash into that tower. Send everyone else forward. Magma or Iron Demon, move on in to start firing on that group too. Magma Cannon, just scoot up just a little bit to blast those Hobgoblin archers. Have the Sneaky Gates run up on the sides there. Take them out of melee. I don't know why they were. Oh, they're all in melee. Interesting. That's probably something I did wrong. Move the archers up as well. Nice hit from the Magma Cannon. Drazhoath, go ahead and launch. There you go. I'm bringing down that tower. Everyone below is going to take some damage just for being around. Scoot up and start blasting away at the blunderbuss. Everyone else keep moving up. Aglacon's Burner Boys. Enemy building is under attack. Oh no! Whatever shall they do? Now the building's destroyed. Now let's drop the nonsense in on the top of them and send Drazhoath over the top. Nice explosion. Demon Engine, turn to start blasting these Hobgoblin archers there. Make sure we activate our Armor of Contempt and send them forward. Burst of Hot Shoot, we can go ahead and cast on this Overseer here. Enjoy. It does cost 11, but I do want to see how much damage we get out of it total, though. The Bull is angry. Charge these fools here down. Aglacon's Burner Boys will send them up the side. Oh, they're getting destroyed by the Iron Demon. Not what we wanted to see. It's a melee reflection there, as well as the Ash Storm going down when everyone tries to actually close that gap. Move on up and eliminate this group. You guys go the other direction. You get taken out by your own Iron Demon there. Gorgoth, get in here and start helping out Drazhoath, who's actually doing just fine. Drop down the Ash Storm, though. Move up to start slaying. Drazhoath has lost his barrier, but he's doing just fine. Pull on away, let those archers kind of fire on in. Gorgoth, move yourself in. Jump in for that extra reinforcements. Blast away with those cannons. I'll turn around. Deal with those blunderbusses. You guys charge up in here and slay these archers. Drop this poor fool's melee defense. Go ahead and make sure you stop firing.
Stop them!
Go ahead and keep slaying who you can. Demon Engine has been caught. Let's go ahead and pull it through this line here. A bit more power and more mass. It should be able to plow right through. Move yourselves up, but not in melee mode. The Demon Engine, let's come over a little bit. We can turn around and start blasting shots in just a moment. Charge this group of archers down. Drazhoath is bullying this Overseer here. Let's get Gorgoth moving around. He's tired a bit. Should be no trouble. Tired or not, we have the full surround off on the Lord there. Trying to start firing. Archers, get some shots in too. You sneaky get stay. Claim the point. Let's pull it away once more there. Armor of Contempt down on everyone here. Oglakons. Keep them moving around that group of warriors. Launch one of these in here. He has to turn all the way around and look at him before you can throw it, which is a little unfortunate. I pull these guys one away. Iron Demon, turn and start firing. Nah, I wouldn't get any good shots. Fire Glaives, move up, start firing on this group. Blunderbusses, close the gap, but it's too late. Victory, Drazhoath. And this outpost has been quelled once more. Do we get to sack it for even more labor? No. We will go ahead and occupy it as an outpost. Get our raw materials flowing. Perfect. And we have no labor in this area, but it's time to start accepting new. We've got a lot of excess labor across the board, and we don't actually have to use any of it. So here in Crookback Mountain, I am going to go ahead and send some off to Zarnagrund. And we need to get some buildings in so we can actually start making use of our lads there. Sentinels is getting upgraded. We may just go ahead and throw in the mine shaft here. That increases our workload in this province by quite a bit. So maybe we just go for Mount Silverspear and start throwing in some more raw material extraction there. Gates of Zar, I actually think we want the money pit for now, just for more loot. Tower of Gorgoth, we will be leaving it alone for now. Throw in the donation barrel. Vanguard, also probably a good idea just to have. Let's go for the donation barrel. That's only 192. They're giving us a little grip of gold every turn. Drazhoath, we need you to sprint over to the demon stump and finish them off as quickly as we can. How much would this cost? 924. Upgrading the tower is not a bad idea. Really do think we want the gun turrets here, so we'll keep waiting. Kevin, you have returned. We'll bring you over in a March Dance once more, just for the extra chance of getting that positive trait there for being in March. We're gonna move him on over and defend the Black Fortress. Give him some Dwarf Warriors when it's good and ready for him to. Alright, assign skill points for Gorgoth. Give him Lucky, giving him 10% more ward save, keeping him way healthier in battle. Love to see it. You could also give him a Dawnstone, giving him some physical resistance. Sounds amazing to me. Alright, we'll skip over the building upgrades as much as it makes me sad to do so. I have to save a good bit. Be very, dedicated on where we're actually throwing our resources in. Having the iron plant would be great. That would start using up a lot of our raw materials, so as soon as we get in one of the other marble camps or in one of the other raw material mines, we will happily then start working on our armament output. For now, keep working.
Kubu ekus klinka watok.
Well, hello, Yuan
Memes
Shanfu.
av Cinderbrush, harukak uzbinja.
Do it anyway. She wants war. Oh, she wants a peace treaty. The Emperor decrees peace. Well, I mean, how much money are you willing to give me for peace? Just that much? Sure.
We make our ancestors.
Clan Verms has been wiped out, which is both good and bad. That means that Karak is really starting to take off in their strength. So is Krakadrin. A mixture of scary and what we expected. Let's get moving with Drazhoath. We need to get over as far as we can towards the next settlement. I'd love to do some raiding in his lands. I just don't think it's going to be possible. We'll try to get it done, though. Brawler Guts Bull Mallet Hands is moving over to finish off the demon stuff, but we can't have that. We raid in their lands? No. Well, that's really unfortunate. Let's bring Drazhoath all the way in. See if we can't scare Brawler Guts off.
Get it done.
Don't want to declare war on the ogres right now.
You didn't respect the boss.
I don't respect the boss. I can't lie to you. Not even a little bit. Trespasses against the Legion of Asgore.
Asumor ankas.
Okay, then. We've got 4,000 gold to work with and a new caravan. Well, hello, Minghu.
Dromadrazul.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Dreadquake?
From Lapkru.
Or even Hashut? This says it'll be a decisive victory. We'll give this one to the auto-resolve or the extra goodies. Didn't get a lot of... Oh, that's some really bad pixelization going on there. We'll go ahead and transport these captives back as well. Gain an Infernal Musician. This one ensures the Infernal Legion marches to a set rhythm and cadence on its way to massacre. So awesome to actually have a drum line, or at least a little drummer in each regiment. Gain ourselves a Preceptor. Oh, that's the follower we gained for it. I see. Kevin, you are doing... Oh, another caravan. Don't mind if we do. We will take Route Marcher and Inspiring Presence. Start working down towards Tyrant. Let's come on over and destroy D-Win as well. This one will probably be one we have to fight on the battlefield itself. He actually has some ogres with him. Alright. Well, to start off the next episode, we'll have ourselves a nice fight against the D-Win caravan. But for now, I'm out of time for today. I've been at Space Wizard of War. Remember to leave a like for the light god and a sub for the sub though, and I will see you on the next one.